Hi there, viewer. How are you doing today? Welcome to your reading, and this is for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. But it might resonate as well if you have very strong Sagittarius placement in your charts. So let's have a look and see what spirit want to talk to you about today. So we'll be looking at your pathway and what energy you're currently dealing with, what's coming up for you, just what spirit want you to know at this time, just to help you through anything that is going on. So let's see, what does spirit want to start with for you today, viewer? Where are we at? Where is our energy at? Okay, no, one more. Okay, thank you. Okay, we have look beyond the surface. Avoid becoming distracted by surface issues. Focus on the underlying motivation, cause, or beauty in a situation. Seek ways to bring depth to your world. So it's like all is not what it seems at the moment. There's something that is deeper than what's being said, and this could be words that somebody's saying. This could be how you're feeling about something, or you're feeling confused. If you're feeling confused about something, it's because it's not as obvious, it's not as lateral. And we've got empower yourself. Tune into your personal power. You are more than able to handle the situation facing you. Allow yourself to be the strong, beautiful person you are capable of being. So where do you feel that you need more empowerment, or where do you feel disempowered at the moment? I feel like that's what spirit's asking you, because it's like the underlying cause of that disempowerment, the fear, the insecurity, the conditioning, all of the above. As it does, it shows itself in weird ways in our life. I feel like that is ever present, but it's not being recognized or noticed in its full, in order to be dissolved and moved away from or healed in some way, so that you can move forward. Yeah, we've got this is definitely about healing for you. We've got Nine of Swords trauma. Oh, temperance healing. Sorry. That was a definite wanting to come out for the temperance energy. Magician skill. Flip these rounds in a second. Six of Cups are passed. Okay. There's definitely something going on about healing. Something that happened in the past where we need some support, where we need some healing. Okay. Um, this could be recent past, it could be at some point across your life, your entire life. I feel like this is going to be different for everybody. That it's not about when the something occurred in the past that caused anxiety, that caused sleepless nights, that caused some kind of trauma, and grief, particularly mentally, like talking bad to yourself, like in your own mind, and thinking and having low self-esteem, has come from something from the past. Being told that you can't do something, a teacher not having faith in you, maybe a parent figure not having understood you, perhaps, or a sibling, or a guardian, um, or a partner. Could be anybody, but somebody whose opinion you valued. And there's a lot of healing that's needed right now, um, around the energy space. Goes beyond the emotion. This is okay, I understand. This is not about emotional body. This is about your spiritual, energetic body. So where the emotion of grief, the emotion of sadness, the emotion of fear, where these emotions are coming up, disappointment, whatever the emotions are, we need to go past the emotions, and it's like through the emotions into the thing that is deeper, to get to the core wound. If you're into your astrology, your own astrology, have a look at your Chiron, and perhaps your Lilith as well, but definitely look at your Chiron, because that is what's known as the wounded healer in your birth chart, and that will that it could be to do with that. That's a very strong healing energy, and that's like our core wound, and everybody has it in their chart, and because there's something very deep here that wants to be recognized and healed. because these kinds of wounds don't go away, but they start to become, we start to integrate them, and they start to become more of our power. And that is a big way that we help other people, whatever, wherever it is, whatever sign it's in, and whatever it's to do with. If we decide that in our own free will. And this is where we've got the temperance, the healing, and the magician, because these, I love these energies. I love these energies. The magician is having everything you could possibly need to go and do anything that you want to do. This is our doing energy, our action energy. This is the infinite energy that we can tap into, our manifestation energy. So it's like, once there's healing been made, once there's like an acceptance and integration and a power, uh, there's a power that we get from that journey, from that situation. What else do we need to know about this? Is there anything else we need to know about this? Okay. Page of Pentacles prospect. Yeah, you're moving forward. You are moving forward. There is this deep healing that is being called for right now. And then you're moving forward. There's a lot more things going to be offered to you. And this is going to be in the physical. This is going to be jobs. This is going to be money. This is going to be opportunities in the physical that's going to help you move away. And just have this fresh slate. It might not have anything to do with what's happened in the past, but it enables this fresh load of energy. What needs healing at the moment is predominantly the energetic body. Where you might have been doing healing for the mental and for the emotional, or for the and or for the physical, that will be supported a lot stronger when the healing for the energetic body comes in. And that could be spiritual healing, Reiki, there's lots of amazing practitioners that can do energy clearing work, as and like energy reading or clearing for you, and past life energy. This could be past life as well for some of you. Akashic records access and healing. There could be a whole bunch of different things going on, but you'll feel this. You'll feel something here, and it does feel painful. It doesn't feel it doesn't feel trapping. That's why I think Spirit's saying empower yourself, because you can jump out where you might feel the heaviness of the ocean above you. You can jump out over the surface and come out of something that might feel quite heavy. But where you're looking, where the kind of obvious is, so it's like, what do we feel about something? It's even deeper than that. We've got deceit. This could be coming from the past here. What else have we got for the viewer, please, Spirit? Storm warning. The thinking woman. The angel of balance. We've got that with the temperance as well. Yeah, we're walking away. Yeah, there's a big amount of healing coming towards you. There's a lot of healing being given to you at the moment. But I feel like there's a part where you need to ask for it, yeah, indecision, where you need to ask for the healing, or go and find some healing as well from somebody that you maybe have had healing from in the past, or that you trust. There is something that has, whatever's happened in the past has affected how you think about yourself and your self-confidence, and it's limiting what you're capable of. It's limiting opportunities. It's like limiting you from taking a risk, taking a chance, moving forward, and saying yes to things that you want to say yes to, because of some fear of losing it, perhaps, or for something bad happening. But I do feel you're not getting the right support, or the support that you need to be able to um to have this healing. When we go through this healing, and I say this from a Reiki perspective, I am a master teacher Reiki, student of Japanese lineage. And when we were doing um some very kind of like deep spiritual based healing, and using Reiki techniques, there's something that happens to our like energetic alignment, our cellular energetic alignment, that releases when you have somebody else doing it for you. It's like we can't do some of this healing ourselves. There is this kind of collaboration. There is this sense of allowing somebody else we trust to come in and help us into our own energy. That's part of the healing, that we allow somebody else in, but obviously it has to be the right person, has to be somebody that you trust and that you believe in, and that you believe that they can help you, and their experience. I think you need a pair of experienced hands here, because there's something that's wedged. It's like a energy that's wedged. If you tap into your own energetic body, you might be able to feel where that is. You might be able to feel the shape of it, the color of it, where it is in your body, the texture of it. You might be able to sense it, and then you kind of know perhaps what kind of healing you need, or where it is, or how to explain that to somebody else. Somebody who knows what they're doing will be able to find that anyway for you. But it's this old energy of deceitfulness, of deviousness, of manipulation. Somebody that liked to cause chaos, and somebody that caused a lot of drama, almost like they made things up. I'm feeling, but it's put you in your head, so there's been no balance. It's put you massively in your head, so that you don't. It's almost like you don't trust your heart anymore with some things. And Spirit's saying we want to change that now. And it's like, because you're not quite sure which way to go. I'm going to have a look at this for you though. Separately, so that we can see where that's fitting in for you. But there's a lot of healing. Now is the time. I feel like you're more open now for the healing, and now it's time to walk away. It's time to just go into something that feels a little bit unknown, gently and lovingly, to move yourself from one situation to another. And that is energetically, that could be physically, any way that it feels, that it feels relevant for you, but that you're moving very gently from one situation to another. Okay, I want to do this in a different order here for you. Let's get some advice. Okay, trader. Oh, this is exactly what we were just talking about. This is amazing. Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. So there is 100% this energy exchange that's needed between you and someone else. And that could be somebody that does this as a job. It could be somebody that you know in your kind of friendship circle who would do this for you for free. It's not about it's just about what your personal situation is. And if you know somebody, or if you know of someone that does this professionally, this kind of energy, somehow this energy healing work, but there's an exchange that's needed in order for this to come, to be released, integrated as well, integrated and released. What else for the viewer, please, Spirit? What else do we need to know about this energy? How can we move forward from this energy? What's your advice for the viewer? One more. Thank you. We've got Lady, enjoy growth and reap rewards. So this healing is like the final stage of this journey in order to move forward, um, and see how hard you've worked. I feel like you've worked very carefully and very honestly and with purity on yourself to get to this point where it can actually all be released. You've had a very courageous pathway, emotionally and energetically. Sage, be devoted and committed. Yeah, stay committed on your pathway of truth. For some of you, you might do like satsang, or you might do some kind of group meditation. But there's power in a collective energy here. High priestess. High priestess, harness mystical power. There is power in a collective energy. There's something here about being in a pure, honest, truthful collective energy. Obviously not a bad one or a toxic one. Guardian angel, you are not alone. Spirit want you to know that you are being looked after, and there is a huge amount of healing being sent your way. Okay, you've got like master healers helping you. Okay, let's have a look at your spiritual pathway. What is happening on your spiritual pathway right now? I'm going to look at this indecision separately because that actually feels a bit separate too. Our past life. So this could be a past life energy. If it's not something in this life, but you feel the wound, it could be past life energy. Again, in your chart, you might want to look at your moon as well. Um, a cultural experience. It is behind you, regression. So there's something that's keeping you stuck to this energy, and that's what needs releasing. It's past in this life or past life. Crystal Kingdom, slowing down, materialism, and psychic debris. Yeah, you are getting rid of, and this is the shallowness. And it's not to say that the material is shallow, but the material or one thing without everything is kind of it's more shallow. And we've got universal Merkaba. So the Merkaba is the it's kind of like the sacred geometry that comes together, that is like everything pulled together, but in a dimensional way that is more powerful than what we have here in physical. This is like the energetic power of dimension and everything coming together and everything being linked and connected through this kind of sacred geometry. And we've got slowing down, materialism, and psychic debris. So there's something that's affecting us from the past still that we haven't cleared away and integrated, that we are being asked to acknowledge right now. And this is why I think spirit's saying don't stay, like, it's not just about the mind and it's not just about the emotions, it's deeper than that. It's more, it's not just what you can see. We can see when we're laughing, we can see when we're crying, we can see when we're scared and shaking, we can see when we can partly see when, we and recognize when there's a situation around that we feel a bit worried about. But there is something deeper than that we cannot see with our eyes, that you can see with your third eye and you can feel with your intuition and your inner knowing. And I feel like that's where spirit's trying to guide you to right now. It's very hard to do this. I would say it's almost impossible to do it on your own, any individual to do it on their own all of the time, because you have to see a different perspective and we only have our own perspective. And that's why collective is so much stronger, because we've got the collective having 10 different views, 20 different views, different energies, different talents, different gifts, different strengths. And that comes to make something bigger strength. And sometimes we need to do things on our own and sometimes we need help. And I do definitely feel spirit wants you to get help from a healing level, from an energetic healing level for this. And we've got universal Merkaba, a sacred purpose, you have the answer, and lucid dreaming. So you could be getting healing or help when you've been in dream state or in a meditative state. Okay, let's look actually first at this indecision. I feel like it's like you don't know what you like. It's like when you take away everything else, it's like you're not quite sure what you fancy. But on a grand scale, yeah, we've got the Three of Swords, Seven of Cups. Yeah, exactly. Seven of Cups. We're not sure what we want because of the past, the pain and the grief we're in. How do we move past this? What happens what happens when we have healed and integrated this energy? How do we then move past this? Because it's after that. How do we then move past this Three of Swords and the Seven of Cups? Okay. I wasn't sure if we were going to take all of these. Spirit just said yes. Is there any? I feel like that's it, but is there anything else? One more. Thank you. Okay. Okay. We are in a we are in grief at the moment, and we're in heartache at the moment with something, and we're not quite sure. That means that we can't see. We're in it, kind of is putting like a bit of a cloud and a mist and a fog, so we can't see fully, clearly, fully yet. Clearly, fully? We can't see fully clearly. Oh my God. We can't see clearly 100% yet. Let's just say that rather than me trying to mince my words. Okay. This is really positive. Once it clears, you're going to feel like a different person. You're going to feel ready for anything. Okay. You're going to have a lot more balance. You're going to be able to take on the world in a very different way. You are going to feel like a brand new person. Anything like old thoughts that come up, it's going to be easier to get rid of. It's going to be easier to move forward from this kind of, because the thoughts at this point is a pattern. It's like a pattern. Oh no, I can't do that because this might happen, or it's a pattern, the conditioning pattern. But once this is healed, it's like that's going to go away, and it's just going to be you being disciplined and determined to uh, keep going the way, to keep moving forward and to not go back into this energy. But it will be much easier. And you're going to have, it's like you've got the freedom of choice now. We've got the Lovers and the Nine of Cups. This is either a fulfilling romantic relationship coming your way, and that's where it's you moving towards a situation where you can find or be in a fulfilling romantic situation, or the Lovers is choices. So this is about having the freedom of choice, and to do something that you feel fulfilled with. But this is also with the Gemini energy, with the Lovers card, this is about not having somebody mess with your mind, or something, not necessarily someone, maybe it could be a situation, something mess with your mind. You definitely need energy healing and clearing. um, at the moment there's something that needs clearing. Could be in your environment, doesn't necessarily need to be around you, but there's something here that needs to be moved on, moved away, moved, shifted, because something's stuck. And we've got the Five of Wands and Temperance. And this is you, I feel like this is you, like being, like picking your battles, knowing when to go in for the fight, knowing when to draw back, being able to truly see the truth of a situation and stick with that, like not be swayed. Something is cloaking and clouding. It's like a smoke mirror, but this isn't you. This is something else coming in as a smoke mirror. But this is very, it's like you're not going to be scared of confrontation anymore. If you are worried about confrontation, you'll just go in for it and you'll know that you'll be okay. With the Five of Swords, it can be very pokey because we've got the swords. It can be sharp, and very cutting. When we have these, with the Five of Swords, when we have this kind of this conflict. With the Wands energy, it's just a lot of kind of shouting. It can be a lot of chaos, but there's no injury. It's like everyone just hanging on and doing their own thing. There's less injury. Nobody's holding a knife in their hand or sword in their hand. This is people just like, just jumping up and being a little bit chaotic and chasing the fire. We've got a lot of fire energy here. So this is you being in situations where you can express, you can be angry, you can be sad, you can be controversial, and it not have a threatening impact whatsoever. This message, viewer, I feel is going to, this reading I think might be very specific, to maybe a smaller number of you, because it does feel very specific energy. So if this isn't resonating, please do have a look at your other Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node sign. So for this particular series, or just in the Timeless series, because it does feel quite specific. And we've got the Hanged Man. This is like, when you're ready to move, you will move. There is also something here with the Hanged Man energy of not being, you don't have to be a martyr, and you don't have to be, it doesn't have to be you that is always the one on the cross, so to speak, like for phrase of speech. This is looking at the traditional tarot, the meaning behind the traditional tarot, which is obviously like metaphorical for the energy. But it doesn't have to be you that is hanging. It doesn't have to be you that has to swing from one side to the other. It's now time to change that. It's time for you to come down from that and to be able to go into this, to completely transition. The next card up is death. So it's like death and rebirth. It's like no longer being your old self and moving and realizing that you can, it's all like the conditioning and the ego can die, but then we are even more alive. I really hope that makes sense. It feels very important. This feels very important for someone. or for, I feel like it's a small collective, because this feels like collective pain. Individual and collect, obviously individual and collective understanding of the pain, if that makes sense. Okay, let's have a look at the journey. So what happens when we move forward and we have this healing? Because it's not even like it's months. It's not like it's going to take months, so it's going to take a lot of, I feel like it will happen really quickly. It just needs to be the right person who is, I want to say, you need somebody who is an amazing, brilliant energy healer or energy reader that can shift, move, heal energy. Um, it's almost like it would take one session. Taking shelter, the answers are within. Staying focused, voyage of the heart. Okay, let's get one more here for you. What else do we need to know for the viewer? It's a lot lighter, this pathway forward, a lot lighter. And we've got, oh, we've got 3 here. Okay. Um, voyage of the heart. It's almost like protect your heart, but don't shut it away. Just allow the people and places that you feel energetically safe in, and you feel are good for you. It doesn't even need to be explained with language. It just has to feel right, true, okay. It has to be lighter than what it's been in the past. Okay. Yeah. And once this dislodges, there is going to be you're going to feel totally different. It's like you've had a cast. Imagine if you've ever had a cast on your leg or your arm, or been, you had your arm in a sling, or um like obviously all in very difficult physical situations. So whatever you resonate with, like having a restriction physically, and then all of a sudden that goes. Could even be like having braces and then not having braces, or having really long hair and then chopping it all off. There's this kind of something that lightens up, um, that is freer, that allows this flow. And spirit saying stay focused, because at the moment the most important person is you. The most important person always is you, because by being fully in your own energy, and by allowing this flow, you can be present for the people you want to be present for. And if we all do that, if we're all strong in ourselves, we can come together stronger when we're in this collective energy, which spirit's talking a lot about as well for you. And we've got solitude. Yeah. Solitude and finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. This is the cleansing. In silence, peace prevails. That's why I do feel like it's more spiritual, energetic than it is emotional understanding. Whatever needs shifting at this time. It doesn't mean that it doesn't need to happen in conjunction with other things, but at this time. Okay. Right. Let me put this here. And we have embracing enthusiasm. Shout to the heavens with happiness. You are going to be so happy. You're going to feel so good after this, after it. And I do, for a lot of you, honestly, I feel like it's one session with an amazing healer, and it's like, okay, I feel so different now. It just needs that moment of break. Okay, what else do we need to know for the viewer, please, spirit? What can we look forward to? Let's have a look at that. What can we look forward to? Let's say over the next 6 months, 6 to 12 months. What can we look forward to? So I feel like this journey will kind of put you in different situations. It kind of shifts you a bit, but then what really starts to land and happen? Oh, amazing. We've got, yeah, you feel so much better. Look at that. You feel so much better. You're going to have the right people around you that are mentors, that are teachers. You're going to release. The judgment card for me is a lot about release. But you're going to release a lot. There's a there's like second chance of feeling alive again. We always get chance after chance. Like spirit help us all the time to move forward, to understand, to see, to heal. They're constantly helping us on this journey. and they obviously can see a lot more than we can because we only have our own kind of perception. And but I feel like they're coming in really strong to put the right people in your life to help teach you, guide you. You do need somebody very spiritual that's going to do this healing for you. But by them doing the healing for you, it's like it unlocks a healing, it unlocks something in you as well. Huge release. This is big. We've got two major arcana coming out for what's coming up for you. So there's a big life shifts, big life shifts. And we've got the Queen of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Nice. This is the stability emotionally and the stability physically. And that's what we want. I feel like that's all we need to know actually for this. There is a lot of stability coming in. There's a if this is to do with a relationship in another person, there is a in the future, whether it's the same person, different person, there is a coming together of like the material and the emotional, which we've seen already here come up in your reading. But there's a huge exchange of energy, imbalance when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to something physical. This is not just about one or the other. This is about everything in conjunction. But yeah, the physical stability, emotional stability is really coming into play. And that's what we want. That's where we want to go. Okay. Okay, let's Spirit, want to give you some advice for the first 6 months. We've got the Five of Pentacles. This is about finding the key. Anything else for the viewer? Yeah. Magician. We've got the Magician twice. This is Spirit saying to you, I mean, this is your, like, it can be very linked to your energy as well. For me as a reader, it can be, there's a strong kind of link with Temperance, obviously, with Sagittarius energy, but the Magician is typically Aquarius energy, but there's a Sagittarius element of this energy. There's a magic, a truth, a resourcefulness. There's a something within this magic that is very Sagittarius energy. So I do feel like this is linking to your own inner power in a way. So remembering that you've got everything that you need. You're a spiritual being. Remembering constantly you're in a spiritual being and you can move with spiritual intention, with spiritual energy, and look for the key. As sad as things might feel like, and as bleak as things might feel like, whatever's going on in your physical situation, there is always a key to unlock that door. Okay, so if you just remember to take a breath and look up and to find that key, because there is always a key, and Spirit's saying that they're going to guide you to that key as well. Okay. Let's get some final words of wisdom for you. What do we need to know right now as we go through these kind of next 3, 6, 9, 12 months? I was going to say 10 months then. Okay. Nature signs and wisdom. I'll read this in a second. I just feel like there's one more for you here. Oh, there we go. Believe in magic. Yes. Magician, magician, magic. Okay. Be receptive. This is Spirit's going to help. This is exactly where Spirit said they're going to help you with synchronicities and signs to show you where this key is. And we've got nature's signs here. Be receptive to the subtle messages from nature as you go about your day. Nature talks to us continually. We only need to open our hearts and minds. So this could be seeing butterflies. This could be seeing animals, hearing about different things, watching something. However it comes to you, it comes to us in very strange and wonderful ways. But Spirit are helping you work out where these keys are, or confirming that they are where you think they are if you are in any doubt about them. And we've got wisdom. Have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with a challenge. You have this wisdom. You've got everything you need inside. You have everything you need. And the energetic wisdom comes from this person that can help as well. Believe in magic. Open your eyes and see the magic that's all around in nature. The fairy of the northern lights says you are part of nature, so you are magical too. Remember who and what you are. This is where we're going deeper. We're not just physical beings. You're a spiritual, conscious energy and creation and being in a human body, in a physical existence. You go beyond the physical. Like, you go beyond what you see in the mirror. You go, into your emotions. You go into your physical sensations, your experience in the physical, and your soul, your soul imprint, and then your spirit essence. There's a whole different layer of makeup that we all have, and it's believing in that thing that is deeper, that is greater, that is bigger than, that is more powerful than, and that is like light and love. And whatever your beliefs are, it's spirit saying trust in that belief, trust and have faith in that belief, and that magic. Okay, viewer, I hope that you found some messages of guidance through the reading today with whatever's been going on, and just some clarity on the healing that's coming away, and steps you can take to maybe help this situation through a little bit at the moment. And what's coming is getting much lighter, much more positive, and it can happen very quickly, in a really positive way. Okay, and we are going on to like better, lighter, more fulfilling things. Thank you for watching the reading with me today, as always, and I hope to see you next time. Take care.